What if the guys that you're seeing find out you're following Mark's dating advice? And why do men suddenly disappear after seeming so connected? What's up? Welcome to Ask Mark for another week. This is the Q&A show that I do every single week, and it's great to have you on here. Basically, I pick the best questions each and every week from you that you leave on my videos. Now, I answer all the comments myself, but I do pick some of the best ones and I put them on Ask Mark each and every week. And today we have got some rippers. So let's get straight into them. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Hit the bell, subscribe. We're going to see each other more. Bella says, this was just lovely. I had to include this because I just thought it was so lovely. Your help has really paid off, Mark. Been on 2 more dates in the last couple of days. Last night in particular went so well and both guys want to see me again. How freaking awesome is that? First guy I saw I was not attracted to, but he was nice and we had a good chat, but it's still nice that he wants to see me again. And this is what happens when you start doing this more and more. You come from such a place of abundance and you're just meeting more and more men who are going, this girl's amazing. I must be doing it right. I reckon you might be, Bella. The first guy I saw last night I was instantly very attracted to, but as we discussed, I'm sticking to the early days rule of multiple dating so as to not risk getting too invested in one guy too soon before properly wanting to see if he qualifies as boyfriend material. I love you, Bella. You are amazing. So I also have 2 more dates lined up this week. Awesome, with another 2 guys. It all started from the specifics as you advised, as the guys have been very fascinated wanting to find out more. This is amazing. My question is, if a guy were to find out I've been following this sort of dating advice, how would that make him feel? Lol. Bella, who cares? Who cares? You are killing it right here. It doesn't matter what he thinks of your life. You're not doing this for him or for any of them. You're doing it for you, to empower yourself. Let me tell you something. I had a call from a client yesterday and I thought she'd been with me way longer than what she actually had. She's only been working with me 4 or 5 months. And she said to me, holy wow, when I look at where I was back then and I look at where I am now, I'm in so much abundance. I'm meeting these guys I like all day. I've gone from socially shy, socially not putting myself out there, to getting excited to meet guys in public and make eye contact and meet them everywhere. I've had to stop her. I've had to actually stop her matching guys because she's having too much success and needs to narrow down on the ones that she's seeing. And she's coming from such a place of valuing her exclusivity. She called me and she said, what you said is so right about exclusivity is the thing I have to value most. One of the first things she said to me, Mark, she said was, if you want the best relationship you can possibly have, stay single. And she said, I didn't get it at the time, but I get it now, because now I've met this guy that I really quite like, and I'm in 2 minds because I go, I've only been on a couple of dates with him, and I'm enjoying where it's going, but I also look at the tremendous growth I've had over the last 4 or 5 months, and I realize once I give that away, my exclusivity, I can't do that as much. I lose some of this massive exponential growth potential that I've got. And so I was so inspired by that call and by this message, because it's women really valuing that thing that matters most is your exclusivity and your commitment. Because as long as you're single, you have that chance to grow, and Bella, you're feeling that right now. But once you commit, that's serious, right? It's like, I'm not going to see anyone else. I'm not going to go out and practice flirting skills and social skills and meeting different guys and enjoying myself anymore. That's serious business. And it's funny how many women come to me and going, when is the best time to have sex? And they think so much about that, and then forget the thing that actually matters, which is valuing your commitment and your exclusivity. So I got that call from my client yesterday and it was amazing. And Bella, your comment, and you're not even a client, and your comment rang true to that and inspired me so much, so I had to put it on here. And again, to answer your question, from my client and from you, who cares what the guys think? Who cares? You are doing this for you. If the guys are insecure about it, then they probably would have been insecure in relationships and insecure with you talking to other men and completely blowing themselves out anyway. So you're best off not being with them, but you wouldn't have known that if you weren't dating in this way. Now, we are going to have a video coming out in the next few days, or next couple of weeks at the latest, on discussing with men in an open, non-manipulative, totally above-board way that you're not exclusive yet. So you obviously make sure you're not leading anyone on with this. Multi-dating gets that playery reputation because it's what players do, male players, but it doesn't have to be that way. And we're gonna show you in that video in a few days, a couple of weeks possibly, exactly how to do that completely above board, communicate in a healthy way, so that you can get all the benefits of this all the benefits of seeing people, the benefits of abundance, of not being exclusive, without any guilty feelings at all. Because you should not feel guilty about this. You should be proud of yourself, Bella, for working on yourself and kicking serious butt. So congrats. And the last question is from Christina. And Christina says, "Hi Mark, can I ask you one question?" This is a good one. "I always have the issue with men that they are fully committed to me at the beginning and then fall off, and then all of a sudden they disappear. Can you advise me what I should do? I think I'm really good girl material, even though I'm crazy. And I'm also a wanderlust." What's a wanderlust? It sounds like a fairy. You kind of look like a fairy in that photo, Christina. It's like all shimmering light. Wow. Anyway, why do men disappear in this situation? Okay. Christina, this is quite a vague question. You haven't given me any real details to work with here. So, Christina, for you and for you, I want to discuss some general concepts as to why men disappear. Here's the thing. If men are chasing at the start, they like what they see. They're non-physically attracted to you. So they're not just attracted on a physical basis. They're non-physically attracted. They want you to be part of their life. And then there's a shift. The man loses interest, and eventually he disappears. So why does that happen? Now Denise asked a very similar question on another video. She said, should the woman always stay a step behind so that the guy should keep chasing? I thought it was a really interesting question. There's a change going on. There's a change going on in you. At one point, the guy is keen and wants to get involved, and then suddenly he doesn't. So what happens? Relationships and dating are all about investment for investment, not investing for not investing. So Christina, it sounds like what's happening for you is that you've got a nice balance, and if anything, you're staying a bit behind the guy, and the guy's wanting to chase, and then it's like the pendulum swings, and you suddenly go whoosh, and you go, I'm falling in love with you, I'm totally sold on you, I'm massively invested in you, and then the guy goes, well, that's meh, and then goes away. You see, there's this thing, this is what happens if you play hard to get or hold back, is you try and stay behind the guy so he chases, but eventually that facade falls apart. You can't keep doing that unless you want to pretend for your whole life that you're slightly less into it than he is. Good dating and relationships will always be mutual. There'll be chasers and chasee, and there'll always be a 50-50 balance between healthy partners. That's not to say the man might not do more of the asking out or more of the initiating sex or whatever, but you reciprocate that with your interest. You're not holding back, you're not playing hard to get. If you do, you're trying to stay a step behind and get into chasing, and the problem is what will happen is exactly what Christina mentions here, is eventually that facade falls and you go way over and more sold on him, and he's like, well, now things are out of balance. See, in good dating and relationships, partners are always responding to each other. They're always responding to each other's interest in reciprocating, and there's these micro movements that occur naturally that you can't really think about or they get too gamey, but these micro movements of interest where someone shows interest and someone shows interest back, and then the other person shows interest, and then that person shows interest back. And then if someone shows disinterest, like is a bit rude, there's like a subtle disinterest back. It's not something you think about, but it's something that comes across when you're building your self-esteem and when you're healthy. When you like have a healthy balance with it. I mean, let's say, for example, you were dating someone and things were going really well, and then he didn't reply, like he's replying all the time, and then say he didn't reply for a day. You're probably not going to reply for a day, or you're not going to reply for some time, or you're going to reprioritize your other things. And it resets this balance. And there's this constant micro movements of balance being reset where he's going to respect you for it, and that's when he naturally comes back and the ebb and flow starts again. If you're having this problem where men are disappearing after being really committed and into it, it means the balance at some point is swinging vastly in the other direction. In other words, you're coming into it with a bit less interest than him or with roughly equal interest than him, but at some point you're becoming a lot more sold on him than he is on you. You're always recalibrating. You're always recalibrating. This is what the high value woman does. She's never fully sold on a man. There's always things he can do to lose her, and he senses that. Once you swing from a point of I'm playing hard to get, or maybe not even playing hard to get, I'm just holding a bit of interest back, to I'm so sold on you, there's nothing you could do to ever lose me, you lose his respect. Because once there's nothing that he can do to lose you, why would he work for you? Again, this isn't a playing hard to get thing, this is just a I respect myself thing. The high value woman will always put her respect for herself above her feelings for a man. She's always challenging, and she's always making him want to come to her, but she's happy to reciprocate interest. She's not holding anything back. If you're finding yourself, if you're going, I have to stay a step behind him, it's because at your very core, you're feeling like, if I match him, he's going to get bored. High value woman doesn't think like that. She's like, I am his match. Like, I will match him, and if he's dumb enough to lose me, I'll lose him too. So really think about that and go, okay, I'm going to match a guy, but I'm not going to outpace him all of a sudden. I'm just going to stay with him, respond to him, and he's going to respond to me, and we're going to be very happy. Well, Christina and the rest of you, I hope that answers your question. I hope that gives you an insight into why this happens. Check out Denise's comment as well. I can't actually remember which video it's in right now, but I'll put the link to that video in the description below once I've found it. So guys, great questions this week. Really thought-provoking questions. I really like them, so thank you for sending them in. Get your next set of questions in. We've got some awesome videos coming. Lots of exciting stuff happening. Subscribe. Hit the little bell so that you get notifications as well. Hit the thumbs up. Let me know you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again on Ask Mark next week.